Daylily. In Greek, the word is hemeris kalos, and it literally means beautiful day. And it's because the daylily, it'll bloom in the morning, and in 24 hours, that bloom will be gone. But the good news for you is that you can make it in paper and keep it everlasting. So here we have a variety that I've shaded a yellowish shading with some red. It consists of 6 petals, and you'll see 3 are a little bit larger than the 3 behind it. And unlike usual where you'll find the smaller petal on the inside, this one is just reverse. Those smaller petals are going to go on the outer edge of the calyx and the larger petal on the inside. But coloring's important, so I'm going to take the pan pastels. And not only, the nice thing with the blade is you can get these striation marks by turning it on its side and actually just pulling up on it as I've done there. Now I've gone ahead and actually even more so added some shading around them, and just taking the flat part, you can shade, go all the way around. And that's the way I've created these. Put that aside. We're going to mold the petals as we've done before, the larger ones and the smaller ones, and we're going to use the loop tool. On the smaller one, I would use the smaller loop as I've done on this one. On the larger one, we're going to switch to the larger loop tool that's in the kit. And again, from the outer edge to the stem edge, just pull it directly down. I'm trying not to hold it too much because I want the paper to move freely and really get some shaping to it. And I'm pushing pretty hard, so don't be afraid. I use 80-pound cardstock, and that's what I recommend for your flowers. So once I've shaped them, I'm going to use the tweezers from the toolkit that we have, and pinching the end around there is easy to do. I'm going to pull that off, use the medium ball stylus, and because this not only going to bend some on the edge, but I'm really going to get a movement around that outer edge to find a ruffly. As much as I can with paper, I wanted to create that ruffled look. So we've started putting it together with the smaller petals, and so I'm going to move the non-stick pad up because I want to get glue onto my molding pad. Let's move some of these out of the way. Now I'm going to use this is the littler petal, and like I said, they go on first. I'm going to dip and drag it through. Let's hold it in place. I'm going to use my tweezers again in my toolkit, and then just shape it right there. And you've got the 3 petals, and you still have 3 openings. So then we're going to take the larger one. Let's move this one over. So I've added 2, oh, here's the, I'm sorry, this is the one I want to show you. This has the 2 large petals here that I've placed on because they're going to go closer into the center. I'm going to hold that for you and add this last one into there. And it's going to stand up as so. So you've got a 6-petal flower with the larger ones on the inside. Now we can set that aside in the flower pot and let it form, because here's what your finished one's going to look like. So we've got to work on the stamen. Again, it's the projections. You're going to cut them in half using the scissors that come in the toolkit. Perfect. And so you get them roughly like that. Again, that little tab shows you where to place the tweezers. And then again, here we're going to paint some glue across there and roll it up. Now you notice I've added some pollen onto the ends. So if you just fan these out a bit, and let me pick up my pollen box here, let's move these out of the way. I use that darker orange color on these, so if you can, let's see if we can get a good shot of this. If you take and just dip it into the glue, hit all the filaments with some of the glue, and then into that deeper burgundy color or rusty color, and there's your stamen. So it's all set to go into your finished flower. Again, I'm going to use my tweezers. I'm going to dip the bottom into the glue, and then here's that finished flower we just added that last petal to, and right into the center it goes. Now you can see the color variation. I've got a yellow, which is a Stella d'Oro, and a pretty pink, and then the orange. This would be a nice addition to your wreath with the flowers. But we've got to add the leaves. So we're going to switch them out here and use our leaf mat and add that stem line down the center, going on the wrong side. This is where the sharp point of those tweezers really come in handy in the toolkit there, because I can bend that down and add a nice green line to it to really accentuate the stem line. And then using the tweezers again, I'm going to bring it up over and bend it up so you can see how it forms. Now you're going to, if you want to add a little bit of bend to it, again you can just put it on your mat and just bend down on the edge a little bit. You can just use the tweezers in the toolkit, you dip it in the glue, and then I would add a leaf right in there. Oops, let's get it. There you go. And you're finishing your project and having a lovely, everlasting daylily.